Imagine you're standing in a massive, crowded city. You can hear the hum of traffic, the chatter of thousands of people, and the glow of millions of lights. Now, imagine you step into a phone booth, pick up the receiver, and dial a random number. You expect someone to answer. But instead, all you hear is static. You try another number. Static. You try 1,000 more. Still, nothing but the cold, indifferent hum of a dead line. This is the Fermi Paradox. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, contains at least 100 billion stars. Recent data suggests that almost every one of those stars has at least one planet. That's 100 billion worlds. If even a tiny fraction of those planets are Earth-like, and if life is even remotely common, the galaxy should be teeming with civilizations. We should see their radio signals, their massive engineering projects, or even their spacecraft. But when we look up at the stars, we see nothing. The universe is silent. In 1950, over lunch at Los Alamos National Laboratory, the great physicist Enrico Fermi famously asked his colleagues, "Where is everybody?" To understand why this question is so haunting, we have to look at the numbers. Astronomers estimate there are about 10 to the power of 22 to 10 to the power of 24 total stars in the observable universe. For every grain of sand on every beach on Earth, there are about 10,000 stars out there. If we zoom into just our galaxy, there are roughly 20 billion sun-like stars. Estimates suggest that a fifth of them have an Earth-sized planet in the habitable zone, the Goldilocks region where liquid water can exist. If only 0.1% of those planets developed life, that's 4 million planets with life in our backyard. And here's the kicker, the Earth is young. Our Sun is only about 4.6 billion years old, while the galaxy is over 13 billion years old. There are Earth-like planets out there that are billions of years older than ours. If a civilization had a few million years head start on us, they should have colonized the entire galaxy by now. Even with current technology, we could colonize the Milky Way in about 5 to 50 million years. In cosmic terms, that's a weekend. So, where is everyone? One of the most popular explanations for this silence is the Great Filter. This theory suggests that there is a barrier to the development of high-level intelligence that is almost impossible to cross. The question is, where is the filter? Is it behind us, or is it ahead of us? If the filter is behind us, it means we are incredibly lucky. Perhaps the jump from simple cells to complex life is the barrier. Or maybe the development of intelligence itself is a freak accident that only happened once. If we are the only ones to have made it through, the galaxy is ours for the taking. We are the first, the pioneers of the cosmic frontier. But if the filter is ahead of us, we are in trouble. This would mean that almost every civilization reaches a certain level of technology, perhaps the discovery of nuclear power, or the creation of super-intelligent AI, and then promptly destroys itself. If we find evidence of simple life on Mars or Europa, it's actually bad news. It suggests that life is common, but intelligent life is rare because something always wipes it out. The silence isn't a lack of life, it's a graveyard. But what if the filter isn't a natural disaster? What if the silence is intentional? Enter the zoo hypothesis. This theory suggests that advanced civilizations are aware of us, but they've agreed to leave us alone, like animals in a nature preserve. They might be watching us from a distance, waiting for us to reach a certain level of maturity before they make contact. To them, we might be a primitive tribe in the Amazon, and they are the scientists observing from the brush, careful not to interfere with our development. Then there's a much darker possibility, the dark forest theory. Popularized by sci-fi author Liu Cixin, this theory posits that the universe is a dark forest filled with armed hunters. Every civilization is a hunter, creeping through the trees, trying to stay hidden. In this forest, survival is the only priority. If you find another hunter, you don't know if they are friendly or hostile. But you do know that if they find you, they might kill you to ensure their own survival. Therefore, the safest option is to stay silent and eliminate anyone who makes a sound. Under this theory, the reason we haven't heard from anyone is that everyone else is too smart to shout into the dark. Maybe we're just looking for the wrong things. We spend our time listening for radio waves, but an advanced civilization might have moved on from radio thousands of years ago. They might use neutrinos, or gravitational waves, or something we haven't even discovered yet. It's like a tribe using smoke signals wondering why the rest of the world isn't answering, while the rest of the world is busy using the internet. Or perhaps they are so advanced that they don't look like life to us at all. They might have uploaded their consciousness into digital form, living in massive computer simulations powered by the energy of their stars. They wouldn't need to colonize planets or build starships. They might be perfectly content living in a virtual paradise, hidden inside a single asteroid. There's also the possibility that we are simply too early. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, but it will live for trillions more. We might be the very first intelligent species to emerge in the entire history of the cosmos. Someone has to be the first. Why not us? The Fermi Paradox doesn't have an answer yet. But the search for one tells us a lot about ourselves. If we are alone, it means we have a staggering responsibility. We are the only part of the universe that can think, feel, and wonder. We are the eyes and ears of the cosmos. If we fail, the universe goes back to being a cold, unobserved clockwork of gas and dust. If we are not alone, then we are part of something much bigger, much stranger, and potentially much more dangerous than we ever imagined. Either way, the silence is a challenge. It's an invitation to keep looking, to keep listening, and to keep building. Because one day, we might finally hear a voice on the other end of the line. And on that day, everything will change. Until then, we'll keep sketching our way through the dark. Thanks for watching Stick Science. Don't forget to subscribe, and keep wondering.